Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Last time we were talking to this police officer and this juggler. I think we need to talk to the juggler again or something. Maybe we need to talk to these people, I don't know.
There was a small crowd of 5 sightseers. It's a weird thing, but you can take the most intelligent people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
It's a good question. Can we talk to him?
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
No, guess not. Okay, that's pretty badass, I guess.
Hi again. Oui? What is it this time? I'd like to have another try at juggling, please. You have gone on a crash course, perhaps? No. I just had an insight into presentation. Huh? Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please. If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur. Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Huh. About time. Is there anything else we can do around here?
An ornate fountain stood in one corner of the square. I'd have to come by here in the summer to see it working.
Is there anything else we can look at? What's this?
An architectural echo of the gallows that once used to stand here.
Huh.
It was the glass the gendarme had left behind.
Okay. Can we take it?
There was no need to take the wine glass.
Okay.
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I decided I was happy enough right where I was.
Probably a good idea. We can't look at the little dragon head thing. What's this?
In the middle of the square was a manhole. I wondered if there might be something relevant beneath street level.
Well, there was before, so let's give it a shot.
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Oh, I guess we need the tool then, right? That'd be my guess. There we go. Let's go down here and see what's going on. Whoa. What can we find down here? What's this all about?
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near.
Nice. Oh, what's this?
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure.
Well, got some doors.
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Maybe we can open it with this. I don't know.
Hey, that's hollow! It was time for some brutal destruction. Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
Huh.
Here goes. Hey, cool.
Hogs.
It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.
Oh, that's the ball. Okay.
Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid. Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
We gotta use the tool again, or no?
The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap.
Okay, what about this one?
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Can we use the tool on this?
Nothing hollow there.
Oh, what about this one?
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Huh. Alright. Is this hollow?
That sounded pretty solid.
No. Alright, let's go back to the boat then. Okay.
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Okay. So, now what are we supposed to do? I guess we, like, have it now or something? Yeah, okay. Alright. Now do we, Ooh! Nice. Oh boy. Looks like we're in a cave now or something.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Let's take a look.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now. Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissident is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now. Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword? As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered. And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor? We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors, hold on, these are the Templars? Must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sort of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail. I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram. Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lakmarn gem when the Hashashin came near. And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple. That's not what he believes. He actually thinks. Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty, a trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet. Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Spanish. Excellent. What is it? Well, we're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own. Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital. Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders. I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to. Have you any good news for us, Professor? We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished. Where was he? Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing. The assassin. I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Huh. Well, that was interesting.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world.
Okay. Alrighty then. Anything else? Nope. Okay, well. We got over here.
At the bottom of the steps,
blow. It seemed a good moment to be cautious.
Alright, well, let's see what's going on down here.
In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it. I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Maybe this is where we need to use the tripod then, And then the gem. Right?
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B, Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Huh.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Okay. How about this?
Would you like this juggling ball?
Have you been drinking, Georges?
No, why?
Because you're talking crap.
Yeah, well. Alright.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Well, I guess that's where we gotta go next. But I think we'll be doing that next time. So I think we're gonna go ahead and stop here. So next time I guess we'll head to the airport. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And remember, if you're gonna do it hard. I'll see you guys next time. Later.